Hello, this is V. Wright of the Wright Report. It's not often that you hear my voice. I'm usually posting something about food or fashion. This is a long overdue video. I've been meaning to say something for almost a year in this pandemic. And I think if I don't start speaking now, I'll probably explode. No, I am not on camera. You're looking at a body of water. I think it's important that what I say is heard rather than any focus on me, because this isn't about me. Well, in a way it's about me, but it's about you and it's about all of us. I'm cranking this channel back up, and I hope to be coming here saying something or presenting something for at least once a week. This is Labor Day weekend. It's Saturday, the 29th of May 2011. So I think the thing that's really on my heart today is to remind those of you out there who over the last 12, 14 months during this pandemic have not sort of found your deeper purpose, to say to you that you still have time at this very late date to find your deeper purpose, or to take steps to find your deeper purpose. And I would suggest one of the first things you should do, if you haven't done it already, is to just really be quiet, be still, turn off your devices, untether your phone from your hand, and just be quiet and just exist. And I believe that if you start doing that, the universe, or whatever you call the universe, whether it's God or some other greater being, will say something to you, and you will find yourself walking into your deeper purpose. And the reason I want you to find your deeper purpose is because I found my deeper purpose. And I tell you, it makes life look so much different. And during these COVID times, for most of us, we've been in a period where we didn't have to hustle and scuffle and grind to get the basic bills paid, because most of us on some level qualified for some sort of stimulus. Let me just say right now, if you're someone who has gotten nothing, I would say you really want to start looking into what's still available for you. Go to your state labor department, find out whether you are eligible for unemployment benefits, apply for them and receive them. You may even get them retroactively. If you are a small business owner, an independent contractor, a gig worker, and I'm talking about including people who drive for Uber and all of those kinds of services. If you do lawn care as a side hustle, if you cut hair, do nails, fill in the blank as a side hustle, and you have any 1099 income, then you are considered a small business owner, which qualifies you for PPP. If the PPP program has not run out of money, it qualifies you for the EIDL loan, the economic impact disaster recovery loan. You know the one I'm talking about. Go to the SBA website. It's all there. You could qualify, very possibly get that $1,000 per employee grant, meaning it doesn't have to be paid back, and you may very well apply for thousands of dollars of a loan. And this loan has a sunset date of 30 years, meaning that's when you have to pay it back. It's 3% interest. So if you're someone who's in desperate need of some cash, this is a way that you can get that if you are a small business owner. But I would just ask you to Google what do I qualify for in the stimulus. Certainly you should have gotten a stimulus check by now. If not, go to the IRS website. You should find some kind of button that will help you track your stimulus. But I'm saying all of this to say that you have time to find your higher, better purpose before the economy opens back up. I frankly don't believe the economy is going to be up and roaring like blazes until after 2020, like after New Year's Day. Be ready for January 2022. Pardon me, I said 2020, I meant 2022. Be ready for January 2022. So here we are going into June 2021. You still have several months to pull it together. And I'm rooting for all of you, because I just don't think we're going to have another opportunity like this for another 7,500 years in this country, if ever. And those of us who needed to shift, those of us who wanted to shift, we've had an opportunity the last 12, 14 months of this pandemic. And as someone who has taken full-scale advantage of it and has shared the information I had with others who were able to take advantage of it, I tell you, it's worth it. I'm in such a much better place. And one of the reasons it's taken me so long to come back and sort of say something out there on YouTube is because I've been so busy into my purpose. And I stopped myself a few weeks ago and I basically said, it's time. It's time to go out there and start sharing this information on YouTube. I have a smaller circle that I share it with, but I hope in coming to YouTube and saying things such as this, it will inspire more people to get going. I will also come back and break down some of the issues you hear in the news. I am a journalist. I am an independent journalist, so I don't have any corporate overlords telling me what to say and what to breathe and what to eat and what to wear, and how to blink. So I'm going to start breaking down some of those issues that you hear in the corporate media that may not be in your best interest, but serve, the corporate puppets who pull the strings, puppeteers rather, who pull the strings of the people who you see on your devices or on TV or what have you. So I will come back and say more of that. I'm going to be speaking a lot more about gaining wealth, and I hope that I'll be able to say something useful for someone out there listening. I've been in the stock market for over 20 years. I'm actually in a wealth rebuilding mode. I'll be quite honest. I spent several years hustling and scuffling on the grind, just trying to make bank. And this pandemic allowed some stimulus to come to me and allow me to start reinvesting in my infrastructure. And I've started reinvesting in my infrastructure. I've added to I've always, for over 20 years, I had a brokerage account. It was with Scottrade, which went into TD Ameritrade. And I have since added a couple of more. One of them is Webull. If you're someone who wants to get into the market in an easy way, Webull allows that. I actually, in the notes field, will have a link where you can go. You can use my account information, or rather my promotion information, and get 2 free stocks from Webull. You would have to, of course, deposit $100 into your Webull account, and you will get 2 stocks. They may be up to worth about $1,800. They may be a lot less than that, as I said, up to. I'm not out here caping for Webull. It's just an easy way to get into the market. There are a lot more people investing now, and I will come back and just sort of give you some guidance. I'm not a financial planner, so I can't give someone straight out financial advice, but I can just tell you that some of the best practices that I have that have worked for me over the years, and I will always ask you to do your research. They call that your due diligence. So I will just end it there, because I think I've gone on longer than I wanted to, but I think the main purpose of me coming on today is to encourage those of you who are still kind of sitting on the fence to really get off the fence. Take an opportunity of this time you have to reset, shift, so that when the economy is up and running and on full steam in 2022, you will be ready to go with it rather than continue to struggle. Because I tell you, there will be very, 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 very few resources in 2022 for anyone who's struggling financially. I want to be wrong, but I think the nation is just weary of all the stimulus, although it's not nearly enough for those people who really need it. So really take advantage of any resources out there that you can use, and I will put some of those resources. Look in the information box, and I will have some links that you can use to try to figure out what you might be eligible for. So I'm going to leave it there. As I said, I'm going on quite long, aren't I? Pardon me, I won't be so long the next time. But look, get out there again, be still, be quiet, listen to what the universe is saying to you. Form an idea, let it marinate, and then take the necessary steps to start making that idea come into fruition. Please go do it now.